The Unique Story of Kaley. Written and narrated by Dr. Thais Speaks of theuniquestoryOf.com. When Kaley was in heaven, she was a soul. She was called a soul because she did not have a body like how people do on earth. In heaven, souls don't have bodies because they are made out of light. When souls are in heaven, they are always surrounded by friends and family souls who love them very much. Souls love being around each other because they would brighten up the city wherever they went. Every day, Kaley would sing and dance around the city of heaven with the other souls. She would run in and out of castles playing hide and seek. She would paint clouds for Earth to display the following day. At times, she would join the orchestra to help write music for the angels to sing. Her only difficult job was to pick out her parents on Earth and then decide when she wanted to go. Whenever souls in heaven wanted to have experiences living on Earth, they would be required to pick their own parents. Sometimes it would take children a long time to pick their parents, but not Kaley. Because she was so full of love, she picked her parents in a short amount of time. One day, God asked Kaley, "Have you picked your parents yet?" Kaley put her finger on her chin, looked up to God, and said, "I've looked all over the earth. I've searched in places by the Egyptian pyramids. I've searched in places by the Leaning Tower of Pisa, places that have the brightest colors on the land, places that have the most daylight throughout the year. I've searched near places that have the bluest sea and in places that have kings and queens who rule the land. But I've carefully chosen a place to call home in the United States of America and have specifically chosen Mark and Kristen to be my parents." So God smiled and said, "Well then, let's celebrate." Whenever souls would prepare to leave heaven to start their new life on earth, they would have celebrations called earthgoings because they are going to earth. And whenever souls returned to heaven, people on earth would have celebrations called homegoings. Since this was one of the most celebrated times for souls, God immediately made the announcement that Kaley has chosen her mom and dad and ordered all the angels to sing her favorite songs and perform her favorite dances at the huge earth-going celebration. All of Kaley's friends and family from heaven came to celebrate and to promise that they would help keep watch over her while she was living on earth. Souls in heaven were never sad when another soul went to live on earth. They were just always hoping that the soul would remember them as they grew older. But it never happened because that was against heaven's rules. On the entry doors to earth, it's clearly posted that each soul who enters shall not remember the joys and fun of heaven. When God first put the sign up, the souls were confused. Why would God not want us to remember such beautiful things about our home? Then one of the angels explained to the souls that God desired for everyone to live their absolute best life on earth through the easy times and through the tough times. And whenever people made it through the tough times, they would teach others how to make it through the tough times as well. But if a person remembered all the joys and fun of heaven, they would always want to come back home and never try to make it through any of their tough times on earth. So the celebration ended sometime in spring. Kaley then walked through huge gold doors that had one word written on it in a beautiful light, and it read, "Life." Kaley slowly opened the door and felt the most beautiful warm wind rush past her face. And then there was nothing but silence. Every now and then she would wake up and hear voices, but then she'd go back to sleep. Finally, on January 5th, 2016, Miss Kaley Michelle ANSLEY came to Earth to be with her mom and dad. The end.